everyone, welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Risa, and I was a freelance makeup artist for more than 20 years before becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube. And in the majority of my videos, if I'm not showing you tips and tricks and techniques that I've learned over the years, I am reviewing beauty products, hair care products, skincare products, tools, you name it. I try my best to give you thorough reviews on products that are new to the market, or in many cases, products that I personally have been using and loving for years, even before I started doing YouTube. But today I am sort of flipping the script, and instead of recommending products to you, I have gathered a collection of products that you have recommended to me over the years that I just simply, for one reason or another, never got around to trying. I have no excuse. I have no good reason for not trying these sooner. But darn it, I wish I had, because you guys were spot on with these recommendations. Now, I thought about going in order from my most recommended to my least recommended, but instead I'm going to take you through step by step on how pretty much I got this look right here using the products that you have all recommended. First up is this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. It comes in 14 shades and it retails for $36. In another recent video of mine, I spoke about this Danessa Myricks product. It is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum Priming Face Serum, which is incredible for mature, dry skin, or mature combo to dry, or even very dry skin. In that video, I did a demo. I spoke about how many makeup artists and women over 50 just love, love, love this priming serum for the glow and hydration that it provides. However, not everyone with mature skin over 50 has dry skin. It seems to be the only thing that is marketed to anyone over 50 is a glowing product that is going to provide hydration, which yes, we all need, even if you have oily skin. But what I'm getting at is it's a little bit frustrating for those of us with oily skin when so many of the products for our age demographic are also geared for someone with drier skin. I mean, it makes sense because we are in the minority. Most mature skin does tend to get dry, and who knows, maybe my skin will get drier as I get older. However, my paternal grandmother had oily skin up until she passed away at age 88. Anyway, after that video, which by the way, I will link in the description box in case you missed it, I did receive some messages from people telling me that as someone with oily skin, I might want to look into trying this product instead. And that was not the first time I had heard people recommending this product to me. When it first came out, a lot of people told me to try it, and I was very hesitant because in the past, balm powders or cream to powder products never really worked well for me. I just never liked the way they looked on my skin. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure if this was supposed to be a foundation or if it was supposed to be a primer. So I bought it months ago based on recommendations, and I used it just as a foundation because I thought, well, it's tinted. I think this is supposed to be a foundation. And even after reading the reviews, it sounded to me that that is what people used it for, just a quick and easy everyday foundation. However, I since discovered on my own and from my viewers telling me that this is actually best used as a primer. It contains ingredients to help reduce the look of pores. It contains ingredients to combat sebum production and sweat, but it also contains hyaluronic acid so your skin stays hydrated. In this demo, unfortunately, I did take a little bit too much product, but this is about how much I would use if I were going to use it just as a foundation. Under my makeup, I typically try to use a little less, but I thought instead of using my fingers for the demo, I would use a little scooper, and honestly, I just got too much out. I should have just used my fingers like I normally do. And what I do is I pat it into my most oily areas, and then I go in with a light coverage foundation on top. So that way, I think my foundation has been looking a lot more natural. I'm still getting that coverage that I want, but I can use a lighter weight foundation. I don't have to go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear or with my Smashbox or with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This product provides me with that extra coverage, that pore smoothing, that oil control. I am just so glad that I finally listened to those of you who said, Risa, try this product as a primer. You are going to love it. Up next is this Bobbi Brown Skin Corrector Stick. This comes in 12 shades and retails for $33. Anytime I speak about another brand's color corrector in my videos, I inevitably receive at least 3 to 5 comments from people telling me or asking me if I have tried the Bobbi Brown Corrector Stick. After probably the 50th time of somebody, including some of my very good friends here on YouTube, other content creators, over and over, they've been recommending this product to me. And I finally caved and purchased it. And yes, it is just as good as you all have been telling me. Is it better than any of those other color correctors I've shown you and recommended on my channel before? I haven't determined that just yet, but I do really, really like this. I do find it to be very, very creamy, hydrating. A little bit goes a long way, which is something that I think is really important when it comes to color correctors, because you're typically layering a concealer on top of a color corrector or a foundation on top of a color corrector. And as we all know, the more product you layer, the more chances there are of the end result looking a little heavy or dry. The last thing you want is a color corrector that is going to make any area of your face, but especially your under eyes, look parched and just dehydrated. And this actually has a little bit of a sheen finish to it. So not only is it color correcting those really dark circles, it's also giving a more youthful, sort of hydrated, glowing effect to the under eye. As you saw in the demo, I used a brush to pick up the product. I didn't just go in like this. However, you can apply it any way you want. If you have some discoloration on the face and that's what you're going to use this for, you can absolutely go in, just like this, and then pat out with your finger or with a brush. Next up is this neutral matte eyeshadow palette from Viseart. A couple of months ago, when Patrick Ta launched his Major Dimensions 3 all matte eyeshadow palette and the internet was going wild over it, of course I purchased it and reviewed it. Not only did I review that palette, but I compared it to the ever popular Master Mattes eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario, as well as the new Kylie Cosmetics all matte palette. And the comments of that video were fast and furious. Risa, you've got to try the Viseart all matte palette. That has been a staple in so many makeup artist bags for years, and I knew that. I knew all about Viseart. It is a brand from Paris. It does have a huge cult following when it comes to makeup artists and just beauty lovers. And I knew, being the beauty junkie that I am, that I owned at least one Viseart palette, if not more. So what I did is I went through my stash, because in the back of my mind I thought, Risa, I know you have this palette somewhere. So I dug around my beauty room, and lo and behold, I found it. The palette that everyone was recommending to me, that for some reason or another, I had just set aside and have not used for the longest time. And since I have rediscovered this palette in my stash, I have honestly not reached for any of those other all matte palettes. These mattes are so buttery and pigmented and easy to blend. You've got some cool tones in here. You've got those warm tones. The browns are super, super neutral. None of them pull really, really red, except for this sort of terracotta color right here in the center. But the other browns are very, very neutral. I love that there is a deep jet black in here for eyeliner, the most perfect espresso brown for the outer corner or for eyeliner, the most perfect under the brow sort of highlight shades that are perfect for all skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone, this is still going to work for you. And I am so, so glad that you all reminded me about it, that I went and found it, and now it is my little bestie. All right, the next several products I'm going to be talking to you about are from 2 brands that you all have been telling me to try for years. First up, Victoria Beckham. And the main reason why I have never tried anything from Victoria Beckham is because there aren't any counters around. I think there are now. I think the brand just went into some Neiman Marcus stores, but prior to that, they were only in, gosh, I want to say like 2 or 3 brick and mortar stores in specific cities. You had to order online, which I don't love to do. I like to, once I know about a product, once I know I like it and I want to repurchase or maybe try a new shade, I'll take my chances and order online. But when it comes to like having never tried anything from the brand before, I do want to go to a counter and touch and feel and swatch. So when I was recently in Los Angeles, there's a store there called Violet Grey. It's a cute little higher end makeup boutique that looks like a little house. It's so cute. It's on Melrose. So I was on a mission that day to find Violet Grey, go in and look at the Victoria Beckham line in person. There were several products that looked interesting to me, but I did go in with a budget and I had some products in mind that were specifically recommended to me, like these Victoria Beckham lid lusters. These come in 8 shades and retail for $36. I purchased the shades Tea Rose and Starlight. And I decided today to go for Tea Rose. Holiday season is upon us. If you are looking for the fastest way to take your look from day to night or elevate your makeup to just that next level gorgeous, get yourself one of these lid lusters. They're just, I can't even explain how beautiful they are. They do remind me quite a bit of the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadows, but they're a little bit more refined. I find that the Scattered Light, while they're gorgeous, they are a little bit more, at least the one I have, is a little bit more of a chunky, has a little bit more of a chunkiness to it, whereas this formula just seems to go on a little bit smoother. Both are extremely buildable. You can layer them to your desired intensity, and I just apply them with my finger, and I'm crazy about these. I'm also really loving the lip definer. I purchased it in shade 2, and I purchased the Posh Gloss in the shade Picante. This gloss is one of the best formulas I've ever tried. It goes on so smoothly. It doesn't run outside my lip lines. The color is stunning. It doesn't have any sort of taste or smell. And I have applied this gloss over this lipstick from Thrive Cosmetics. This is the Full Impact Semi-Permanent Smoothing Lipstick. This is the shade Eileen. Thrive is another brand that you all have been begging me to try, especially the mascara, the liquid lash extensions. I have seen this mascara be recommended to not only me, but to other YouTubers, other social media influencers over and over and over. And it wasn't until, full disclosure, the brand reached out to me. No, this video is not sponsored, but they did send me, well, they reached out to me and asked if they could send me an assortment of products. And of course I said, yes, absolutely. And what's interesting is I actually was planning on placing a Thrive order. I figured they would have some sort of holiday sales coming up and I would try it then, but they ended up sending me the mascara, a blush, the lipstick, a liquid eyeliner, and this eye brightener. I am crazy about all of it, but I am especially in love with the mascara. This Liquid Lash Extensions mascara 100% lives up to the hype. If you've never used a tubing mascara before, the benefits are that the tubes that are formed around each lash are waterproof, flake proof. This type of mascara is amazing for people with sensitive eyes. And what I love best about it is that the removal is so easy. You just use warm water and your fingertips and the tubes just slide off your lashes. It does look, it can be a little bit scary at first because it does look like your lashes are coming out, but it's not your lashes, it's just the tubes. And then you wake up the next morning and you don't have any smudges or flakes or anything. It is such a clean removal. The results I get from this mascara speak for themselves. I have never seen my lashes look this long and dark and have that look last all day long. That is something I have found across the board with these Thrive products, is that they are really, really long lasting. This blush is so pigmented. They sent it to me in one shade called Kim. I will definitely be ordering more. This is the perfect everyday nude pink. It's so richly pigmented, and it also has this sort of diffusing effect on my skin. It's just honestly one of the most beautiful blushes I've ever tried. I love, love, love this liquid eyeliner. It is so easy to use. This is the most perfect dark brown if you don't want to use black, although you can get it in black. I've already spoken about the lipstick. It's creamy, it's hydrating, it's long wearing. And then this brightener is my new favorite for, well, brightening, especially right here in the inner corners. I'm putting a little bit right under the arch of my brow. This comes in several different shades as well. I am a Thrive convert through and through. I am just crazy about, well, like I said, all of it, but especially the mascara. If I had to pick 2 products to recommend to you as must-haves today, right now, I would say the Lash Extensions Mascara and the blush. So I gotta say that everything I talked about in this video is pretty much a new holy grail of mine, thanks to you all. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me does feel badly that I don't have any drugstore products in this video. So please, if you have them, do send me some recommendations for drugstore products that you love, that you haven't seen me talk about. I would 100% be willing to do an all drugstore version of this video. And as I said at the very beginning of this video, I am just kicking myself for not trying these products sooner. Of course, everything will be listed and linked down below in the description box. There are 2 ways for you to shop this video now. One way is through the links in the description box. The other way is clicking on one of the tags that YouTube provides. YouTube is actively working to attract more retailers to their shopping platform because as of now, not every retailer is available, or not every product from that retailer is available. So what I'm trying to say is if you cannot find a tag through YouTube shopping for a product I've talked about, please look in the description box because I will do my best to have it there. A lot of times, especially when it comes to the clothing and accessories I'm wearing, unfortunately, YouTube hasn't partnered with that website yet or that brand, so I can only link it through one of those other third-party platforms like Reward Style, Magic Links, Shop Style, etc. That said, I do try to provide links to everything you might want a link for that you've seen in this video. If you did enjoy this video, I really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the Risa Does Makeup family. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and TikTok. My username is the same on every platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.